Okay, we're on our way to 10th Planet Albequerque. That's the second stop of the road trip. We're on our way to North Carolina. And I train at 10th Planet at headquarters. First stop was 10th Planet Henderson.
And this is Freddie here. He's driving, and
Texting.
I'm texting. Do not do that at home. And he's feeling pretty broken because yesterday some guy kicked him square in the nuts. And my experience was, you know, as being an old man now and not training regularly, my body's gotten soft. And right on my last roll, after the entire class of not getting injured, some young buck put his shoulder right in my sternum and it popped in. He like hit the button. So now I've got a sore sternum. It's kind of like bruising a rib. And so I think today I'll just be doing the camera work. So we're getting ready to go film at the, what's it called? Like Dark Haven Studio in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
And instructor Brendon Baca.
Yeah, Brendon Baca. And
maybe Carlos Conde is going to be there.
And Freddie's going to be rolling, and he'll be the one getting kicked in the nuts, and I'll be sitting on the sidelines drinking water. Okay, so hope you guys enjoy this, and next scene will be on the mats.
Welcome to Dark Haven Studio. We're the home of 10th Planet Albuquerque. My name is Brendon Baca. I'm the owner of Dark Haven Studio and a purple belt under Nate Harris, who is our moonhead here. Today we're going to go over options from arm drag off of double butterflies.
That wrist, and then immediately here. I have 2 points of control. This is real tight on my leg. This is real tight over his shoulder, so that even if he pulls super hard, I'm still going to be able to get that elbow and get to my other control. Right? So we're back to 2 points of control.
So I've been training under Nate for about 5 years now. My previous experience, I taught college chemistry for a while. I worked for the public schools. I did youth prevention, mostly suicide prevention, drugs and alcohol. So I've been a lifetime teacher, probably about almost 2 decades of teaching. I feel like my instruction's way better than I am as a grappler, but we are a very technical school, and that focus really has become the heart of our school at really only 3.5 years old.
Okay. Right, from here, I've got some options. I can go to the shoulder and just short choke him, right? So palm down, grabbing the shoulder, hand comes behind, and my crank is me pushing his head into the choke, but also cranking this elbow into his spine. Right, we're really driving. One more time. We can go short choke if that's not working. We go straight from this position, driving. Right, so this whole time, I have wrist control. I'm hiding that hand, maybe I get it behind his back. I'm just really tight here. This hand is behind his back, right? So if he tries to grab this hand, we reinforce it here. If that's not working, he still can be hand fighting. Right, then we drive it behind his head. One more time.
I want everyone in their DNA to have, I want to tug, and the only change I want to happen is a 90-degree change in his chest, right? From belt buckle towards the mat to belt buckle away from me as I shrimp, right? This is the lowest chance of a scramble happening, right? If I pull Frank all the way over, he's already driving his feet out and I'm trying to just capture a mount without him getting a guard, right? So I don't want to create this big movement. I also don't want, and we see this a lot with newer people, right? I don't want in the DNA that like, oh, I'm on the back, I'm gonna dive over, I'm here, and then I'm here, right? Or also, and you see this a ton in MMA, I think because people know enough jiu-jitsu, but just enough to get us in trouble, is that people will then climb, Greg tripods, right? And now I'm like, oh shit, how am I gonna control this guy? Right, I put myself in this position, I already had his back. The bailout for MMA dudes is grabbing this leg, right? We gotta get him cracked back down and our hips settled back, okay? So if that's not in our DNA and I'm trying to take Greg's back, I'm like, okay, that didn't work. What's gonna give me more leverage to pull? Getting my hips higher. Now if I pull, right? If that doesn't work, hips higher doesn't work, I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna choke this guy then, right? Crack him down on that wrist ride and yank him over to the top. Okay, so that's like increasing leverage. Body positioning is staying the same, just weighing heavily on him on that near side shoulder. I think our youth program, the biggest thing that our youth learn is having confidence in themselves, and same with youth and adult. This kind of goes both ways. It rewrites our brain to see what actual struggle is. So if someone's on our back trying to choke us for 5 minutes and we're defending, when someone calls you dummy or flips you off when you're driving or something, you realize that's not an actual threat, right? So we're rewriting that programming, and I think the biggest thing, youth and adult, it teaches us how to learn. We become students again. Miyamoto Musashi says, know the way broadly, you will see it in everything. So once we learn to learn, we can apply it to whatever we do in our life. Once we learn to persevere through struggle, I think we can apply it anywhere in our life. In experiential education, the process is what, so what, now what. What is the activity? Right here, it's jiu-jitsu. So what is how do we show up? Do we fight? Do we pay attention? Do we learn to learn? And then now what? How do we take that learning going forward in our life and use it anywhere? When their knees are on the ground. So we did arm drag to back take, and then focused really technically on tilting them to the back rather than climbing over, possibly falling off. And then we did arm drag to, we call it the arm in guillotine or a boa choke, and finished with the options of going to the back if that's not working, or we just want to threaten with a different attack, going to that boa choke. At 10th Planet Albequerque, Dark Haven Studio, we definitely welcome visitors. We love visitors.